drop. The only thing running down my face is sweat. While that was going on, I was feeling a pound in my heart. Until this day, I still remember this moment when I was in Kenya. The game was tied 2-2, and the game was up to 3. We would have stayed there for the whole day until someone would win. My brother gives me a fantastic pass over the header of a defender. I trapped the ball, and one more player with the goalkeeper to go. I beat the defender, and it was only me and the goalie left. Everything started feeling slow motion, as if I wasn't moving quickly, but my teammates told me that I was going fast after the game. Thankfully, there was no pressure on me. I shot the ball towards the corner of the goalpost, and as it goes in, I see my teammates running towards me. Both of my pointing fingers were pointing in the air, like this. And also, there was a huge smile on my face. Most people would give me the credit for that game, but 100% of it goes to my older brother. Without him coming to talk to me and telling me there's no need to be nervous, if you know what you're supposed to do in the field. Since that day in my life, everything became easier. I was born in Ethiopia, which was unfortunately had a war going on. My parents decided it was better for us to move to Kenya, that it was where I learned everything there is to know. I came to America when I was 11 years old. The quote my brother gave me could be used anywhere you want. Moving from Kenya and leaving everyone except my brothers, sisters, and my mom was one of the hardest things to do. Unfortunately, my dad did not come with us, but my mom never told us why. Then 2 years later, we went to the airport in the middle of the night, thinking we were going to pick up my uncle who visits every year, but it was a bigger surprise because my dad was the person we saw. The funniest moment when my little sisters did not recognize him until my mom was like, "That is your father," and they ran to him screaming, "Daddy." All I thought was, don't be scared if you know what you're supposed to do. That shows my brother's quote could be used in many different ways. My whole life changed. It went upside down. I remember my mom telling me that we were moving very far away. She didn't tell us we were moving to America. She probably didn't want us to be scared. But unfortunately, my brother had already told us he knew. When he told me, I knew everything in my life would change. Also, I was going to to adjust to a new culture and a new lifestyle. It was nerve-wracking to have to move to a place I'd never been to. Adjusting took a long time. Thankfully, soccer made life easier because it was another way to communicate with other people, especially since I didn't speak much English. What my brother had taught me helped me throughout my years of school until today. Knowing what you should do helps you become less nervous in order to accomplish your goals.
I was born and raised in Benghazi, Libya, but my family is from Sudan. Life was great in Benghazi. Everyone loved each other. Life was safe. We had everything that a family could ask for. We live in a beautiful home. My dad had a great job. Me and my sibling went to a private school. It started since the beginning of kidnapping people, including my little cousin. People started fighting each other. And because there was no government or control, people decide to do whatever they want, including kidnapping and raping girls. My brother's best friend was also kidnapped and killed in front of my brother. And he has not been the same since then. Finally, one day, Daesh come to my house and they forced us to leave. They called Murtazaka, which is the racial slur for the black people in North Africa. We left Libya and tried to go to Sudan, hoping that we would have a normal, nice life again. Unfortunately, we were not welcome in our own country. We were located in Trak and left the city of Aswan, Egypt. We will stay in a refugee camp between the border of Egypt and Libya. We stayed in Salom camps for 4 years, but unfortunately we were one of the luckiest people to come to America. Many of the family they located in different countries in Europe, but we got to come to the United States. That's cool. When I arrived here, I was almost surprised by the way that citizens treat each other. You feel so welcome in this country because of the equality. And also, I was really surprised that if you didn't do your homework, you didn't get hit. I remember once I attended school in Libya, I would wear so many layers of clothes because I would get hit if I didn't do my homeworks. So I would feel that much of pain when my teacher would hit me. I remember first time I didn't complete my homework assignment in the United States. So I had to raise my hand up to my teacher, her name is Fudge, who looked at me like a crazy person, asking me, "What are you doing?" Thought of she's gonna hit me. We still laugh about it these days. One thing I miss the most is spending equal time with my family. I'm definitely one of the luckiest because I have my whole entire family here with my 2 parents and all seven siblings. Some people are not lucky because they lose their family member through death or through war. Or they get separate living in different countries. But life in America is very busy. We all have to do work and make money and support one each other. So I feel like we just don't see each other that much. One thing that I'm really grateful for getting closer to my dad. Since we moved here, we talk about stuff that I never imagined that I'm gonna talk about. Just because of how much we were limited by social back in Libya. American social is so much open, and I can have conversation with my dad about my education, my future, and even even a boyfriend. I would never been able to talk to him about this stuff if we were still living in Libya. To be honest, I don't really know if I'm struggling with anything. I live in a warm house. I eat, I drink, I go to school. There's people still dying, so I can't find anything to complain about. My biggest success story is meeting great people I have met through school, through the New America Center, and through my Link community. They really helped me to make transition to a new life so much easily, and I'm so lucky to have such an amazing people in my life. It's hard though to give an advice because I'm no longer in the situation, and I'm not trying to think about it that much now. And also, everyone has different experience, and it's hard to give advice to people who are in no longer the same situation worse than me. My best advice is not trying to lose hope, even though in the face of violence and difficulty.